What is going on, beautiful folks? Welcome to another episode of Mornings with Lee Hammock, your favorite self-aware narcissist. This morning, we're talking about are narcissists depression and narcissistic people. Are all narcissists depressed? Do all narcissists suffer from depression? Before we hop deep into today's episode, y'all, I have to let you know that on November the 2nd and November the 3rd, we'll be in Dallas and Houston, Texas for our next live in-person events. November the 2nd, November the 3rd. You can register for those live in-person workshops at mentalhealness.net/events. So we'll see y'all there. But yes, y'all. Yep. Narcissistic, toxic people. Like, are all of us, and I can say all of us, because y'all know I'm a diagnosed narcissist, depressed? I will say this. I would think that a big chunk of narcissists suffer from clinical depression or the traits and symptoms of depression. So I can speak for myself on this space right here, y'all, because I have personally been diagnosed with clinical depression. I have narcissistic personality disorder, general anxiety disorder, and also clinical depression. So I have three. Narcissism, NPD, is rarely ever just a lone wolf disorder. You know what I mean? By a lone wolf disorder, I mean it rarely ever is by itself, right? So it's gonna be comorbid with something else. You got NPD, BPD, HPD, NPD, depression, NPD, general anxiety disorder. It's a lot of different things, y'all. So having this personality disorder accompanies a lot of stuff. So being clinically depressed along with having this personality disorder, you can see how a lot of narcissists suffer from chronic boredom and how a lot of narcissists might not ever seemingly be happy, right? A lot of you can do whatever you want to with a narcissist or a toxic person or whatever, right? And you can't make them happy. You be like, damn, like what's going on? Like, can you smile? Can you cheese? Can you do something for me? Is there anything that I can do for you to make you happy? What's going on here? And nothing you do will ever be enough for that person, y'all. It really is just how it works. And I know it's sad to say that, but it really is. Looking for the signs of a clinical depression in people, right? Because narcissistic people can suffer from this, right? It's just like, they're not always going to be in this depressive state. There's going to be super highs and super lows when you're dealing with narcissists. But when they're in that depressive low, you can feel it. You can feel it. Like, you can feel it. It's like you can feel the energy when you're around this person. Like, if you're an intuitive person, you don't even have to be intuitive. You can feel it. You can tell by their behaviors. If they're being extra snappy at you for no reason, like you woke up in the morning, you kiss them goodbye or whatever it is, and they just start snapping at you and stuff like that. You can feel that type of stuff, y'all. You can feel it. You can understand it. This is the type of stuff that goes on. This is the type of stuff that happens. Like, you can absolutely feel it in your bones and in your system and whatnot when you're dealing with a narcissistic person. Like, that they're snappy, they're irritable, they're just seem like they're down. And guess what happens? If you ask them? They get angry at you. They tell you that nothing is wrong. They tell you if you ask them if something is wrong with them during one of these episodes of narcissistic of like depression or whatever, they might start to attack you. You might get an episode of narcissistic rage by simply asking a question, y'all. Doesn't it suck? Doesn't it suck the fact that you just checking in on your partner or your friend or whoever this is, your parent, whoever this is, and then when you ask a simple question, they snap at you. You be like, what I do? I ain't even do nothing. Right? Doesn't that suck to even have to consider dealing with? But this is the mindset of narcissistic people right here, right? This is how what a lot of us go through. And this is not me trying to make you feel compassion or empathy for your partner to go back into a toxic relationship. That's not what I'm trying to do, because so many people will start to do that, right? So many people will start to feel sad and depressed for your narcissistic person. Y'all just will, because based on that type of stuff right there. So many people will start to feel sad, will start to feel depressed, will start to feel compassion towards your person, and you'll like sort of forgive them and feel guilty for them and like let them get away with stuff. Like, no, y'all. It's just like, they have to want to go get help for themselves. I know that you want to help them. Like, you are a good person. You are an empathetic person. You have some kindness in your heart and you want to help them. But you, like, really, unless they go get their own help, there's nothing you can really do for them. Well, Lee, what if I stay with them through this and try to love them through it? Once they get out of that depressive state, unless it's just persistent, I mean, it could be persistent. It could last for a long time. Like, you don't know how long it's going to last. Once they get out of that state, it doesn't guarantee that they're going to be better towards you. They might be angry that you bothered them when they were depressed. They might be angry that you try to show them compassion while they were in a depressive state. And I know that sucks. When I tell it to people, they're like, damn, Lee, like, what can we do? Is there anything that we can do right for this type of person? Like, a lot of times, the things that you can do right is choose yourself. When they're in this depressive state, when they're in this depressive state, if you want to check in on them and just say, hey, and I mean, if you're no contact, don't do it. Don't break no contact to check in on them, right? But if you're still having to deal with this person, y'all still living in the same household or whatever, you still try to, you haven't left, yeah, you can check in on them. It makes you feel better about yourself. You can say, hey, look, you can say, hey, everything okay? How's everything going? Regardless of what they say, you just keep it moving. You don't have to have a deep conversation with them. If they get snappy with you, just like, oh, okay, well, just checking, and leave it be. You don't have to have a deep conversation to get an argument started. But I wasn't trying to get an argument started. I was just checking on it. Yes, I know you were not trying to, but that's where it's going to lead. Because narcissistic people, so like if you ask them, some of them, what's wrong with them, they might tell you. They might just say, I'm sad as hell. My life is Dover. I'm a bum. I'm poor. I didn't hit the goals in my life. They will just start telling. Some of them will trauma dump on you and tell you what's going on with you, right? Some of them will absolutely tell you what's going on with them, tell you how sad they are and how depressed they are. They will tell you this. But I would tell you, I would say this right here. Some of them they might actually be depressed or might not be depressed. They started weaponizing it against you, y'all. Because let's say they actually suffer from depression, but they're not in one of these depressive states, and they go out there and cheat on you. And then you find out they cheat on you, and guess what happens? They start using this depression as an excuse to cheat on you, or an excuse to put their hands on you, an excuse to lie to you, right? They start using this, they start using their signs, they start using their symptoms of depression against you. They start weaponizing their depression against you. They say, hey, look, I'm depressed. What do you expect me to do? I want to unalive myself. I told you I was on the edge. I was on the verge, and I needed to go cheat. I needed some extra cheeks to clap, and I was just sad and blah, 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 boo, 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 bee, bee. They can absolutely weaponize this stuff against you, y'all. Like, that's what I'm just saying. Like, it's hard dealing with this. Like, as a narcissist, the only way I handle my depressive states, because I have them, because I'm self-aware of them, I can kind of get ahead of it sometimes. I can feel it in my body that I'm like, I can feel like nothing is making me happy. Like, the things that normally make me happy, when they aren't clicking when they are not clicking and making me happy, I know in my mind it messes with me. It's going to mess with me. Like, this type of stuff is not making me happy. I'm like, okay, I'm in a depressive state. I have to take it easy on myself. And I let my wife know. My wife gets senses like, she'll ask me, everything okay? I'm like, one of them days. And she knows it. She'll try to take stuff off my plate. But we communicate way better now. I just like, look, I'm gonna keep doing the stuff that I need to do. My energy just might be low, and I might not get as much done as I want to. But I used to be in these depressive states, and what will happen with a lot of narcissists, they'll get in these depressive states. They won't do anything. I wouldn't do anything. I would get way behind on work, and guess what happens? The next day I wake up, I may or may not still be in that depressive state, but guess what? Now I got an extra day's work behind me that I didn't do anything on. So now I have extra work to do. So that can lead to you being more depressed. Like, now I'm way behind. You see what I'm saying? I used to take little bits and pieces. Off of the depression, right? I used to knock little bits and pieces off of it by talking, by doing little bits of work. I wouldn't try to overwhelm myself. I wouldn't try to do too much, but I would do little things just so the next day wouldn't be overloaded. The next day I wouldn't be overwhelmed. I would go for a walk or something. Cause like, if I don't work out, I would feel like I was just like way behind. I'm like, I'm gonna gain some weight tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm gonna gain weight. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And so I would go for a walk. I would do little things. I might not feel like going to the gym. Like today, I didn't feel like going to the gym. I got dressed and I was just like, just not feeling it. You can look at my office right here. Guess what I did? I pulled out my yoga mat and did a little bit of yoga here in the office, just so I can combat that feeling, the feeling of depression, the low mode that I'm going to be in. It wasn't a hard yoga session, but it was like some P90X yoga. Just sitting here, just got some yoga in just to clear my system, just to get active. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just helps to get active. That's how I fight it, because I know I'm self-aware of it, but most narcissists will never be self-aware of it, and they don't know how to fight it. You know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode with me this morning. Thank you for rocking with me this morning, y'all. Y'all know I appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all mean the world to me. I'm happy to help you in any way. If you want to, check out joining my support group. It's called the Mental Healers. You can find everything about me, y'all, at mentalhealness.net. It's just mentalhealness.net. My events are there. My courses are there. My groups are there. My one-on-ones coaching is there. mentalhealness.net. And I will see y'all later. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.